In the far reaches of the galaxy, the planet Tares was a bustling hub for trade and diplomacy. The Taiyan, a peaceful race of scholars and merchants, had maintained neutrality in all interstellar conflicts, preferring to focus on their cultural and economic pursuits. However, their peace was shattered when the expansionist and militaristic Zyran Empire decided to annex Tares, seeing it as a valuable addition to their growing dominion. The Zyran were a formidable species known for their advanced technology and ruthless tactics. They were insectoid with a hive-like society that allowed them to coordinate with frightening efficiency. When they arrived at Tares, they expected an easy conquest, assuming the Taiyan, with their pacifist ways, would offer little resistance. However, the Taiyan had a secret weapon, an alliance with the enigmatic Terran, a human faction from a distant part of the galaxy. The Zyran had heard rumors about humans, stories of their ingenuity, unpredictability, and almost mythic resilience. But the Zyran, confident in their own superiority, dismissed these tales as mere exaggerations. The humans arrived on Tares in unassuming non-military vessels, blending in with the usual trade traffic. They were led by Commander Jane O'Hara, a seasoned strategist known for her unconventional methods. Instead of confronting the Zyran head-on, she employed a different tactic. The humans, posing as harmless traders and travelers, began to infiltrate Zyran-controlled areas, gathering intelligence and sowing subtle disruptions. The Zyran, expecting a conventional resistance, were confused by the lack of direct confrontation. Meanwhile, small, seemingly random acts of sabotage began to plague their operations. Communications would mysteriously fail, supply depots would suffer unexplained shortages, and crucial equipment would malfunction at critical moments. The Zyran started to suspect internal sabotage but could not identify the culprits. The turning point came when the Zyran command center on Tares received a cryptic message: "The night is darkest just before the dawn." Unnerved, the Zyran heightened their security, but it was too late. On the night of the planned Terran counterattack, the Zyran found themselves facing an unexpected scenario. The humans, it turned out, had been constructing a network of hidden tunnels beneath key Zyran installations. On O'Hara's signal, these tunnels were used to launch a coordinated attack from within the Zyran strongholds. Simultaneously, human operatives sabotaged the Zyran communication networks, causing confusion and chaos among their ranks. The Zyran, unable to coordinate effectively, were overwhelmed by the sudden and well-orchestrated assault. Adding to the shock, the humans demonstrated a level of adaptability and combat prowess that the Zyran had not anticipated. The humans fought with a blend of guerrilla tactics and advanced technology, exploiting the Zyran weaknesses and turning the tide of battle. As the Zyran forces crumbled, Commander O'Hara made a public broadcast to the Taiyan populace, assuring them of their safety and pledging the Terran support in rebuilding their planet. The Zyran commander, humbled by the unforeseen defeat, was forced to negotiate terms of surrender. In the aftermath, the Taiyan hailed the humans as heroes, and the legend of the Terran resilience and ingenuity spread across the galaxy. The Zyran, chastened by their defeat, re-evaluated their expansionist policies and began to focus more on diplomacy. As for the humans, they simply returned to their part of the galaxy, leaving behind a reminder that strength isn't just about advanced technology or sheer numbers. Sometimes it's about the power of strategy, adaptability, and the element of surprise. The Zyran learned a valuable lesson: never underestimate an opponent, especially one as resourceful as humanity. After the humans departed, the Taiyan faced the task of rebuilding their society and repairing the damage caused by the brief but intense conflict. The human involvement had left a lasting impression on them, not just for the rescue but for the manner in which it was accomplished. The Terran's approach had been unconventional and creative, challenging the Taiyan's preconceived notions about warfare and strategy. Commander Jane O'Hara became a figure of fascination and respect among the Taiyan. Her strategic brilliance and ability to adapt to unexpected situations were qualities that many Tyrians began to study and emulate. The Taiyan Council, the governing body of the planet, even invited human scholars and military advisors to share their knowledge, leading to a cultural and intellectual exchange that enriched both civilizations. The Zyran, meanwhile, retreated from Tares, licking their wounds and reflecting on their defeat. They faced internal scrutiny and criticism from within their empire, as the loss to a seemingly inferior opponent raised questions about their leadership and military strategies. The Zyran High Command, previously confident in their empire's invincibility, had to acknowledge the flaws in their approach. The encounter with the humans had exposed their vulnerability to unconventional tactics and the dangers of underestimating an opponent. In the following months, the Zyran made significant changes to their military doctrine. They started training their soldiers in asymmetric warfare and unconventional tactics, drawing lessons from the humans' unexpected victory. The Zyran also began to place a greater emphasis on intelligence and espionage, recognizing the value of information in modern warfare. As part of the peace settlement, the Tyrians and Zyran agreed to a series of diplomatic talks facilitated by the Terran. These negotiations aimed to establish a framework for peaceful coexistence and cooperation. While the process was slow and fraught with tension, it marked a significant shift in the Zyran approach to interstellar relations. Back on Earth, Commander O'Hara and her team received commendations for their success on Tares. The mission was hailed as a prime example of the effectiveness of non-traditional military strategies. O'Hara, however, remained humble, emphasizing that the victory was not just a result of clever tactics but also the willingness of the Terran to resist aggression and the adaptability of her team. The story of the Tares conflict became a popular tale throughout the galaxy, often recounted in both Terran and Taian circles. It was a story that highlighted the unpredictability of conflict and the importance of understanding and respecting one's adversaries. For the Tyrians, it was a lesson in resilience and the power of unity. For the Zyran, it was a humbling reminder that might does not always make right. In the end, the events on Tares fostered a new era of dialogue and understanding among the stars. The Taian continued to thrive, benefiting from the knowledge and alliances forged during the conflict. The Zyran, once an expansionist force, began to re-evaluate their role in the galaxy, cautiously stepping towards a more diplomatic and cooperative stance. The humans, enigmatic and resourceful as ever, returned to their part of the galaxy, leaving behind a legacy of courage and ingenuity that would be remembered for generations. In the aftermath of the Tares conflict, the galaxy witnessed a period of unprecedented change. The Taian, bolstered by their newfound alliance with the Terran, focused on rebuilding and strengthening their society. The lessons learned from their encounter with the humans led to significant advancements in various fields, including technology, governance, and social organization. The Taian Council established the Interstellar Knowledge Exchange, a program aimed at fostering cooperation and sharing knowledge across different species. With the Terrans' assistance, they began to invite scholars, scientists, and diplomats from across the galaxy to participate in dialogues and collaborative projects. This initiative not only helped to rebuild Tares but also positioned the planet as a center for interstellar diplomacy and innovation. The Zyran, meanwhile, faced a period of introspection and transformation. The defeat had exposed deep flaws in their rigid hierarchical system and their over-reliance on brute force. The Zyran High Command, under pressure from both internal factions and the wider galaxy, initiated reforms. They began to dismantle the more oppressive elements of their regime and sought to integrate a more balanced approach to governance and military strategy. The peace negotiations between the Tyrians and Zyran, mediated by the Terran, proved to be a turning point. Over time, these talks evolved into a broader interstellar forum known as the Galactic Council. This body, inspired by the United Nations on Earth, aimed to provide a platform for dialogue and cooperation among the galaxy's diverse species. The Council's founding members included the Taian, Zyran, and Terran, along with several other species that had previously remained neutral or isolated. The Galactic Council worked to address various issues, such as trade regulations, environmental protection, and the peaceful resolution of conflicts. One of its first major initiatives was the Treaty of Tares, which established clear guidelines for interstellar conduct and the protection of sovereign planets. The treaty also laid the groundwork for a collective security agreement wherein member species pledged to come to each other's aid in the event of external aggression. As the Council grew in influence, it became a symbol of hope and cooperation in the galaxy. The Terran, with their reputation for unconventional thinking and problem-solving, played a significant role in shaping the Council's policies. Their experiences and insights were invaluable in navigating the complexities of interstellar politics. Commander Jane O'Hara, now a celebrated figure, took on a new role as a special envoy for the Terran government. She traveled extensively, sharing her experiences and promoting the values of cooperation and understanding. O'Hara's story, along with the broader narrative of the Tares conflict, became a beacon for those advocating for peace and collaboration. The cultural exchanges between the Taian and Terran led to fascinating developments. Taian art and philosophy found new audiences on Earth, while human music and literature captivated many Tyrians. This cultural fusion enriched both societies, creating a unique blend of traditions and ideas. In the years that followed, the galaxy saw the emergence of a new era marked by exploration and discovery. The advances in technology and the strengthening of interstellar relations paved the way for deeper space exploration. Joint missions, comprising members from different species, ventured